game successes were had in conjunction with Miracle leading the charge into the fights. And yeah, that's really not going to happen here. Of course, it was a very farmed Doom, but you know, he was picking that up whilst getting a lot of action under his belt. Probably going to expect things to be a little more passive from Miracle on Medusa this time.
Yeah, and I think most of the action will have to come from iLTW. He will have to be fulfilling the role that Miracle was in the last game, but he has a lot of assistance. Even though Mind Control's KuroKy was probably one of the best heroes to assist a mid lane pressure type situation, this Darkseer plus Earth Spirit should also be able to have a similar impact. And we've been seeing a lot of these Darkseers just outright skip the lane altogether and focus more on like, okay, I mean, you can get your farm on your safe lane carry, which in this case is the Wraith King, but I'm going to farm every single jungle camp in the perimeter, and I don't really care about the lane that much. I'm going to get more experience than you. So we'll see if this Earth Spirit and this Darkseer opt to do that.
Yeah, very, very strong lane combo. We've seen a lot of success from, and yeah, especially in sort of Nigma's side in their history.
I'm out.
See so far, mid, straight up even really, between Miracle and Sumail on the CS. In terms of the side lanes, nobody getting bullied out completely quite yet. Things starting very even with the duo lane pairings that we have.
I'm curious how much pressure they're going to opt to put on Medusa mid, because with iceiceice being the spear breaker as opposed to like a 4-position spear breaker, I imagine that he'll be pretty eager to move around because he can just come back to the lane whenever he feels like with a TP. And Medusa is pretty vulnerable, especially when you have a mid laner like a Puck to be able to apply pressure. So as soon as level 6 rolls around and Dream Coil is available, I imagine that spear breaker will be more than willing to start trying to make a move as, oh, they block the roll.
Yeah, nice move from Nisha there. Stops the escape from GH. And, oh!
Okay.
He'll still go down though. Puppey getting the last hit in on him. First blood going to the side of Secret.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they are playing the lane, because granted, most of the times that I see the Darkseers and their +1 skip the lane outright is usually when it's like a ranged core, like I saw it against a Drow Ranger. This time, I guess Ion Shell is a little bit more effective at bullying a Wraith King, but it's not just a Wraith King, it's a Wraith King plus an IO. So even if you are chipping down a Wraith King, he has lifesteal, he's put 2 points into it, and he's got an IO to heal him up. So how much are you really bothering him?
Yeah, and it's going to be more so once he has that helm out. Very close to having it, 900 gold on him at the moment, Nisha. A couple of creeps and that'll be on the way out. So they will have to, and to be very careful how they do try and play into the heroes. There's turnaround potential, it will be there from Secret.
That was some peculiar aggro, but he ends up catching it, although I think the range keep got denied, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. No points in Surge.
And no points in Surge indeed.
Okay.
All right. Better TP away out of that one.
The Ion Shell creep is still up there.
Poor old Puppey.
Oldest trick in the book.
Well, there we have it. That's why he's got the old 1-2 skill build here. He don't need to run when he can just turn and kill them. Oh, and that's a juicy courier snipe as well. Talking about the quick helm that Nisha was going to get out to him. That's going to be put on the sidelines for a little bit with that courier snipe. Mind Control shaking that bottom lane up very well.
Okay, well, that is a delightful turn of events for him. He has Surge now, so he's not even afraid of that happening again, which maybe he did want it to happen again because it worked out pretty well.
It did. Got to be careful around those cliffs when you know Mind Control's ready to vacuum.
Here I am.
Thankfully, it's not like IO had anywhere better to be, because otherwise other supports would be like, bro, you lost your helm. Do I really need to babysit you for a little bit longer now? But IO's got nothing better to do anyway, so it's not that big of a setback.
Miracle rather low here in the mid lane. Sumail, he's not gonna go in for that one. I just know that Miracle's got the stick charges ready, so just keeping Miracle low in that mid matchup. Still very, very even on the farm. Not missing out too much at all. Able to utilize those small camps as well.
That Radiant creep up there is going to provide permanent vision.
I was going to say, it's quite a nice little bit of vision here for Secret, isn't it? Yeah.
Mind Control, you fool. You gave them a free ward.
Not really with the best of ways to kill it off.
Nope.
From being up there, so it's probably going to live quite a long and happy life up there.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
See how long we see that creep survive.
If that thing survives to the end of the game, I would be super impressed. Meanwhile, iLTW seemingly always kind of just fending for himself. He has Kuro in the lane, sure, but this Queen of Pain not really built to be a duo lane farmer as Nisha.
Nice. Taking heavy hits here from GH and Mind Control. They'll take him out. Mind Control, he's going to be able to walk away. Nisha goes down. Puppey tethering over.
Nice.
Will manage to get the hit onto Mind Control. He's going to be able to get GH as well.
Let's go.
Puppey. My goodness, turning around that. He doesn't need no Wraith King by his side. He'll do it on his own.
He is level 5.5.
All right.
That.
This is a fun lane down here. Lots of exciting things happening already in the first 6 minutes.
And
Both sides.
Nisha does eventually get his Helm of Iron Will. And now Sumail is going to pick up a DD rune. And he's level 7, although... Yeah, okay, now he has the point in Dream Coil, so I'm curious if iceiceice stops getting... I mean, he's like constantly at like a quarter HP, so he's not really confident to do anything, but I don't think a puck with a DD would really need that much else, so Ice is going to TP back to base, and I would imagine that his next destination is on the Queen of Pain, unless Sumail wants to come top and they can go kill Quap. Either of those are fine, but I do think that they should do something with this timing.
Let's see what the plan is from Sumail. TP is at the ready. Pings have been sent up towards the top lane.
Sumail does not seem interested.
No, looks like they'll just leave it for iceiceice and YapzOr to play around with iLTW. Maybe wait until Ice has his 6 before they try and make a move around it. Bottom lane, Nisha. Maybe in trouble again here, Puppey. Then with the tether, Kuro is also ready to come down and offer up some extra damage if they can get a reach in onto Nisha, but it won't be the case. It's under the tower, back up, TP comes in.
He's got that Dream Coil still. I don't really know if he wants to blow it on an Earth Spirit, but if he gets the Dark Seer, that would be ideal.
And Nigma Galaxy, they play it safe. They know they're going to force some sort of reaction. They back off, not to be caught out by that rotation from Sumail.
Yeah, he showed himself in the creep vision, so they confirmed that the puck is down there. And obviously the mid lane's getting pushed as well by creeps, so not the most successful rotation, and he has to pop the DD rune. So Medusa's just chilling. She's pretty satisfied. She's keeping up in CS. Granted, most of those are jungle creeps and easy creeps, but he's got a stack for him.
Oh, he has.
And he's got multiple stacks.
Yeah, another one about to be made for him here by Kuro.
And Puck is just waiting for the rune, not even curious to see what's going on the high ground. I'm amazed that they're letting Medusa just kind of farm unimpeded. There are no sentry wards or anything to block the camps. No one has gone into this triangle to check how many stacks there would be. And no one's rotating on mid. So this Deuce is just getting free reign.
Sumail is going to make his move up towards the top. They'll bring in a lot of action there. They don't even need Sumail. Puppey just takes Nisha onto the front lines with the relocate. Bring him down. Back over in mid, YapzOr picking up some XP. But Sumail, he's been up and down the map looking for action. He's not getting it. This time around, the fault of his own teammates. They say, hey, Sumail, we don't even need you, bro. We got this on our own.
If he's going to wait for Quap's respawn, or he's going to bump into Kuro here.
All right, yeah, he can take this. Sumail, he wants blood. He'll drop a coil here to secure the kill of Kuro.
I mean, that's value for Kuro. That just means that it's time that Medusa's not getting dream coiled.
Bottom lane, a little less spooky now for Nisha. He has got the 6, holding onto the skill point right now. But it will be hard for them to dive. We're going to see them come through with TP's iLTW.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's not the armlet recipe.
No.
He didn't get his helm when he wanted to, and now he's not going to get the full armlet. iLTW blinking in.
Nice wall.
The wall's down though. Puppey, he's been focused first with a brain sap and a few right things. They take him down. They'll look over towards Nisha. Nisha now puts the skill point into the reincarnate.
Sumail, no mana.
Zip at the back of he has an illusory orb, and he's got the jump forward of the waning rift. It is enough. He gets the 2 kills, turns over towards mind control. They'll be able to clean him up as well. iLTW tries to poke back at YapzOr, but he can't commit underneath the tower. Good turnaround there from Secret. Nisha with the ult at the ready. Then with the TP.
Oh, that crit.
All right. Mind control sends the illusions in. We'll be able to pick up the YapzOr. And the tower should shortly fall. Going very, very low on the HP down here. But Nisha surviving for the turnaround. We'll be able to live a little longer towards that delayed armlet due to the courier death.
The only thing is they did successfully pop reincarnation, so now for the next 3 minutes or so, this Wraith Kings doesn't feel very safe, and they may take advantage of that, but they don't commit.
Yeah, they know a Puppey around and relocate back online. It's not a kill they can go for right now. Take the ward out. Of course, that creep's still living its happy life, its best life up on the cliff. I mean, it might actually stay up there until the later stages of the game when we start to see Nigma Galaxy getting over and putting wards down. That creep's going to have quite the time up there. But it's
different.
Probably one of the longer lives of creeps in the video game of Dota 2.
Honestly,
I mean, do we have a stat on that? What's the average life of a creep?
That's a great question. I would imagine in the laning phase it's probably like 35 seconds because it takes them like 30 seconds to get to lane, and then they'll die. And now charge comes on Deuce, so she might die.
See if they have the damage. Should back up Roar in, but GH to the ready. Now turn, big back and ties into the Sonic Wave. My goodness, the combo there from Nigma Galaxy comes out. Miracle will live. They get the rollover onto Sumail. Sumail's got the orb back up. See if GH is able to close the gap. He's got rolled back up in a second. Wall has been dropped down. They'll turn their attention for YapzOr instead. They won't waste time chasing the puck. They'll look for the easier kill. As YapzOr is in the pit, he's going to look for an attempt to deny to Roshan. It's not going to happen. Nigma Galaxy hitting it back at Secret very hard there. Secret tried to get in. They got so close to bringing down Miracle, but they couldn't quite do it. And the combo coming into play there. You've got to watch out for this. The sort of Darkseer Earth Spirit setup into the burst, the Queen of Pain. The team fight from Nigma Galaxy, 11 minutes in, it's pretty darn scary. And Secret, they just don't have comparable team fight at this point.
I don't blame Secret for going for it, though. You'd think that with a relocate, you should be able to win a fight at the outpost because TP reactions should take quite a while, but iLTW goes to the tier 2 tower, blinks up, gets nearly... Did Sumail get clipped? Was that a 4-hero Sonic Wave?
It was a 4-hero Sonic Wave.
Good Lord. And then, yeah, YapzOr goes down, so... That was brutal. But you don't really expect that kind of reaction, so well played by Nigma. Bro, where was this Nigma for like the past month, man? Like, this is operating on a level that it's like far beyond, it's not an incremental upgrade from like Dota Pet or anything. Like, this is night and day.
Now, things have definitely started to get kicked into gear here from Nigma Galaxy. Miracle at the top spot in net worth. I'll keep holding on to that. And, you know, doing that as a Medusa 12 minutes in this early game without a Secret being able to put a stop to it. I saw that one attempt from Secret. It wasn't successful, but they still have to try for those sort of moves. Otherwise, Miracle is probably going to get rather out of control on a Medusa. You see this game scaling on. Medusa doesn't seem like an easy hero for Secret's lineup to deal with as the minutes pass into later stages. No, definitely not. It was their last pick. They knew the perfect solution for something that would be a carry Wraith King, and Spearbreaker also not really exceptional at dealing with it. And I don't know if it's Puppey being on I or something, but like even whenever they make these movements, they're not establishing any vision. Every single time they went for that jungle move, and it was because Sumail was invis on the puck, getting vision like that. And in the triangle, they have also yet to put any obs down to see Medusa farming her Ancients. So they're just kind of running blindly and just assuming that, well, hopefully someone's here, but then they get turned around, like you saw in this fight with Mind Control, where Mind Control's standing. So I don't know, it props to Nigma for playing extremely well, but also Secret are not really as cohesive as we've seen them in the past. Talk about Mind Control with the farm that he's had, that Aghanims, it's going to be done here around this 14-minute mark. Yeah, and so make the Medusa even harder to kill at that point. Oh, a Dream Call, was that Dream Call being dropped down? It's just on to Kuro. He's the one to tank it. I mean, once again, it's not going to be too bothered at all. If ults are being used for Kuro, life gets easier and easier for Miracle. And Miracle is going to have the Manta style done. So already with the first means to keep himself safe, as you said already, having the Ags as well for the next fight. Mind Control, they've got ways to keep this Medusa fighting fit pretty nicely. And we saw in the last fight, even without those sort of mechanisms to keep himself alive, they still couldn't quite kill him. Which, on the topic of mechanism, Io did complete his mech, and so hopefully the next siege that Secret go for will be a little bit more profitable, but I don't even know like what timing they're going to feel confident on. Darkseer just now completed his Aegis Scepter while Puck completes the Kaya, and Sumail has these BOTs, but he just keeps killing the Bane every time he runs into the Bane, so he's not really venturing elsewhere in the map. He's just kind of walking into people. Yeah, the death. You know, Kuro dying does not affect the game plan here for Nigma Galaxy. Yeah. Miracle being able to play this complete right side of the map without any interruption. Level 15, pretty much. I mean, you look over the side of Secret, Nisha still sitting at level 10. That's obviously, you know, there's the safe lane to the mid lane, but it's just the fact that they were able to put their carry in that mid on this Medusa, and he's got away with it completely. Ice. You're not going to want to run in on that one. Bit of the old Carlet there. GH get knocked back by the ultimate. Dream Core down onto the two supports, but Miracle, he'll step up onto the high ground, make sure they can't even get over towards them. iceiceice, he keeps having to cancel this charge in, as this is just not a team that you want to run in at this point. But then again, when will this be a team you want to run into?
I wish my Medusas at 15 minutes would go up the enemy high ground and be like, no, stay away from my team. I don't care if I'm a Medusa. You should fear me. And they should. She's got a full Manta style, 2 Wraith Bands completed. She got bumped by iceiceice in that Invis Shadowblade charge, and immediately they laid down detection. She's getting charged again.
Maybe Nigma Galaxy, the smoke's up on the side. iceiceice, yeah, it's got the Shadowblade. Sentry dropped down, but Ice is up to the high ground with the safety of Puppey.
And now they're just going to assert themselves on this mid-tier 1, and Dream Coil is down for another 30 seconds. And they're just going to park themselves behind this Dusa. iLTW's got the Ion Shell, so he's super tanky. It's just going to get harder and harder for Secret. I feel like they've missed a very valuable window between early relocates, early Dream Coils, and the timing of the Spearbreaker completing Shadowblade. Because now everyone's just going to group up on Nigma Galaxy. And this is the most frustrating place to be in as a Spearbreaker, because you're like, if I charge someone, you're saying in your comms, you're like, dude, they're just playing as 5 all the time. These guys are just so boring. They're just grouping up all the time. Well, yeah, like that's what you're supposed to do against the Spearbreaker, especially if your only win condition is this Medusa who's gigantic.
Miracle. I spent some time taking away the triangle there. I will get the catch on to Puppey.
To shuffle.
iceiceice just having to play in the shadows here.
He's chasing his tail right now. He has nothing to do.
I mean, who do you charge?
Yeah.
Bottom tower be under attack.
Still, overall gold is close. You know, Sumail's farm as well as Nisha's, it is strong. You know, we have the build. Deso, he's got the money for it. Armlet Deso will be done. The question is, do Secret have the means to allow this Armlet Deso Wraith King to get in and get those hits on to the Medusa? Not going to be easy.
Which is why I'm glad that the Dusa got the Manta style early on, because really the biggest possibility of that happening is her getting silenced with the Waning Rift and not being able to get Stone Gaze off. Because otherwise, they would have to be extremely good at chain stunning, which Secret is good at. But you've got Telekinesis, you've got Charge, you've got the Nether Strike, and you've got Wraithfire Blast. And then aside from that, you need to take her down from 100 to 0 with an Ion Shell HP before she gets the Stone Gaze off. Because as soon as Stone Gaze comes up, Wraith King's got to leave. And now she's working her way to the Scotty as well.
We're going to have a smoke up for just a couple of Secret. There's YapzOr and Sumail. They want to make the move into the jungle, see if they can team up with iceiceice to get some sort of pick off. Of course, Nisha ready to be brought over by Puppey with the relocate if they do find a means to start the action. And it's all reliant on Sumail finding a solid Dream Coil.
Puck goes up top, then iceiceice comes mid. I mean, he can charge to a location, but now, again, it's Sumail walking around to find kills.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can find someone pushing out this top on their own. And, well, we do have GH showing himself. See if Sumail wants to just go for this kill here. Dream Coil into a relocate setup could do it. And here we have him play. They'll bring over Nisha. This will get some money here into the hands of the Wraith King as they take out GH. Not the biggest of kills, but it is something. And Secret at this stage, they'll probably take whatever they can get to just try and keep Nisha's farm on track, or as close to as possible as Miracle's Medusa.
For as much as I'm talking about Medusa free farming, Nisha has been as well. And so a Wraith King being this close to a Medusa is pretty admirable. And this charge.
Take a bunch, it's EP. And into the ult. He needs a bash to get it. He's not going to get a bash afterwards. So the blinks.
He got the first bash, so you can't complain on RNG for that one.
He was hoping for another there, Ice. It would have done it. Would have got him the kill.
And yeah, yet again, iLTW goes for this Orchid build on this safe lane, Queen of Pan. Which will be pretty frustrating for this Puck, who went for the highest Sange as first item after the BOTs, and now GH. He's good. With the Deso, the Wraith King is definitely hitting hard.
He does.
If he's able to kill the Dusa, though, that's really the proof in the pudding. I don't really care if he can kill an Earth Spirit or a Bane. The other 3 cores are the ones that are going to be relevant.
I mean, it's just, it really is a ticking time bomb, this Medusa. It really does feel like Miracle.
He has Scotty.
Like, Scotty Manta, 20 minutes in, that's already quite something to deal with. But if this sort of continues where they're just not able to make moves into him and Miracle gets the butterfly, and then at that stage, Wraith King, Spirit Breaker, they're going to feel useless. You know, they'll be able to charge through, maybe get 1 hit in if they're lucky. But the evasion is just not something that Secret's cores deal with well at all.
And for some comps, I would be like, well, it's kind of risky how top-heavy they're making things. But we've already seen that iLTW is able to have a pretty significant impact when he's clearly not the win-condition core. And so him, I wouldn't even really call it falling behind, but him just being not as farmed as the Radiant cores, or obviously as much as Dusa, not that big of a concern, because I don't see an easy way for them to even kill the Dusa in the first place, where she's out of the fight, and you do need to rely on the Queen of Pain to win the remainder of a fight.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Obviously, Nisha as well was sort of queuing through different builds. Had sort of the Silver Edge up earlier, but now he's settled back for the BKB. Just to make sure he can get in and maybe not kill Miracle at the start of the action, but with that damage as we've seen, the rest of Nigma Galaxy will certainly have to do their best to keep the distance from the Wraith King. Nisha will hit through them very hard.
That's kind of curious, actually. I would feel that Fiend's Grip and Sonic Wave are enough to discourage you from...
That's true, they do have a lot of piercing. Stone Gaze as well.
And we have a smoke up from Nigma as they're trying to wrap behind this top tier 1.
It's just one of those games, you know, you're playing into ultimately this Dark Seer and Earth Spirits.
It's hard to not get... I would prefer people do default to BKB as opposed to being like, no, you know what, I don't really need it, actually. Yeah.
It's like, sure, there's a lot of piercing, but
you have
trying to fight through that amount of damage that comes out from the Iron Shells is it's just going to be impossible. You've got to have this immunity. Again, Nigma Galaxy just casually taking away the triangle from Secret. Miracle heads over. They'll look towards Roshan. I mean, they know at this stage, Manta Scotty level 19 on a Medusa. You're more than welcome to try and come and fight them around this pit.
It is a timing, though.
They're going to try.
BKB on Spirit Breaker and a blink on Puck. So if there was ever a chance to win a fight and take them by surprise, it's going to be now.
Maybe they don't kill Medusa, but maybe they can get in and steal the Roshan.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they have no sentries.
Can they do anything to take this fight? Ice, he's going to lead him with the ult. BKB popped as he'll now start to walk off the coil. Only going to catch on to the Queen of Pain, and now the turnaround. Silence into the Sonic Wave. Puppey comes in with a burst heal, but it's not enough to save Sumail. Drag back into the wall. Fiend's Grip locks down Puppey. 2 dead. Nisha down the once. YapzOr, he'll get out of there. Just trying to use the Stone Gaze against them. They're looking for Nisha a second time. They've got the Nightmare to put a stop to his TP. They'll get him a second time as they get the 4 kills around the pit. They'll be able to go back in. I mean, it was always going to be a hard thing to play around. Maybe Secret could have tried to look for a Roshan steal, but a fight head-on at this stage into this lineup, into this Medusa, it seems impossible, and it's looking impossible.
That just seemed like outright miscommunication. I feel like iceiceice thought that Sumail's puck was closer than he was, because he was just like, okay, I'm going to lead with another strike. That should give you enough time to get a silence on this Queen of Pain, and then we can burst her. Puck was nowhere near to close enough to convert on that initiation. And then they all just kind of filter in because they're like, well, shit, we've committed to this fight. I have no choice now. That was comical, almost. Very rough for Secret.
Aegis on Miracle now. I mean, as if he even needed it, really.
Radiant's top
There's little reason to believe they can really bring him down once.
Hero Creep is still alive.
It is. It's.
You want to give it a name, Owen?
I mean,
I feel like it deserves one.
It's doing pretty well. It's survived longer than any of Secret's players this game. It's having the best life out of all of them this time round.
What a hero. Butterfly complete. Oh my god, this Dusa is... I don't want to say past the point of no return because that feels dismissive, but it's dangerously close to that.
It's like you run the numbers and it's just hard to see where the numbers are for Secret against this Medusa right now.
She do be butterflying though. They're not even like, they don't even need a protector. They're gonna go on ice. They got the dust.
Oh, missing the kick there, GH. And a TP out. He's going to be away.
Radiant's
iceiceice making space. Doing the best he can here. Get some room for Nisha.
He's solo sieging high ground.
I mean, they got to do something about this. What do they got? It's pretty far up. He's very far up. He's going to be put even further far up there with the knockback. He's got that Aegis. Can they quite finish him off? Mind control watching from the side. Charge over there. Bring him down once.
Okay.
See if they can do it a second time. They have got the BKB if Nisha wants to come in. And with the Ray Fire Blast, jump over from iLTW is looking towards Puppey, drag back with the vacuum onto Nisha. Sumail gets in with the Dream Coil. We'll get onto the two of them, but not onto Miracle. Sonic Wave flies over towards the puck. That'll be Sumail going down, maybe a phase shift. He's actually going to live. Can he keep himself alive? Sumail, he will. Sumail, he's away. Doesn't go down. Gets himself out of there, and that's iLTW the one to fall. So Secret, they get the kill on the Quap. They don't lose anyone themselves there. Sumail living on minimal HP. And they do take the Aegis out of the hands of Miracle. I mean, all things considered, Secret's going to be feeling pretty chuffed with that one.
Yeah, they kind of handed it to them on a silver platter for that one. Miracle had, like, there was backdoor protection on the tier 3 also. He had no creeps. So even if you could get some tier 3 damage, then maybe I could justify it. And then there's no one near him. iLTW ends up having to sacrifice his life to a failed fight, so let's not get too hasty now, Nigma Galaxy, all right? I know you're feeling good. Your Medusa's gigantic, but she is still immortal. We're not at the point of no return quite yet. She cannot 1v5. And yeah, that was a fresh Aegis. Like, that Aegis still had like 3 minutes left on it.
See what Secret can do now that they've taken the Aegis away. Ice. He's in straight away. On to Kuro. Quick burst on to Kuro. iLTW is going to look towards Puppey. Quick cancel of the TP will allow them to finish him off. Puppey goes down.
Nice. Always hyped to see some normal punch blink Darkseer.
You love me.
They've got this bottom wave pushing in.
Oh my god, the creep is still alive. Wait, why'd they put a ward? They already have a free ward with the creep.
Wait, what? Yep. I mean, I guess it's a little further vision, right? It is a bit more
But it's the
vision.
principle, though.
I mean, if I was that creep, I'd be pretty insulted.
I know, right?
You know, they
I'm
don't
not
think
good
he's doing a
enough?
good enough job. Nice. Poor old creep. He's been doing his best. He's been up here for the last 20 minutes. Going, no,
Look at him. He wants to fight.
No, they've done him dirty there.
Respectful. Well, they managed to take a tier 2, and they claim the bottom outpost, so still, it's like, it's going to be a very, very long uphill battle. Even though the net worth is only 2K, it's like, Medusa being this far ahead feels a lot more than just being 2K down. But Puck has also not really been a part of the game, and Puck is going to start being a part of the game because Sumail is on his way to completing an E-Blade. He's got the Ghost Scepter, and he's making his way to the Eagle Song. So if you can't kill the Medusa, then let's just try to make sure that she can't kill you and etherealize her.
That looks like Nigma Galaxy just sort of sweeping around for the outer towers. They're bringing in the top lane. Get themselves in position to take away that final tier 2 from Secret. Secret, meanwhile, getting themselves out on the map a little bit more as well as progress is made for Nisha. Of course, MKB, the next big step in his build that will allow him to definitely hit into the Medusa around, obviously, when the Stone Gaze isn't up. But when it's gone, he can deal with that evasion quite nicely. And he'll still pack a significant punch. And you can never write off how hard a Wraith King can hit if he's able to land those hits.
Yeah. Which, again, landing the hits against the evasion, which, thankfully, I don't believe that Miracle... We'll have to see if Elven... Oh, they have an Elven Tunic, actually. And he's... Oh, wait, what is that? I still have... I'm not cast in so long, I don't even know how to figure out these shops. Whatever. The point is, he has a Titan Sliver right now, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah, that's a nice one for him. He's happy to hold on to that. I mean, the question is now, obviously, after what happened last time in the mid lane, how much of a rush Nigma Galaxy are going to be in? Do they necessarily need to force or chill for the next Aegis?
Yeah, it's a Roche number 2 type situation. Because whatever power spikes that Secret are going to hit will not be that devastating. Like, so Nisha working his way to the MKB. that'll be pretty useful, obviously, against the evasion. But again, like him being able to attack and not get stone gazed is the #1 priority. And there are no items that Secret are going to be able to get that makes that easier for him to do. At most, again, they're just going to stall it out. They're going to turn Medusa ethereal, which now Puck has completed the E-Blade, which maybe they'll try to make a play off of it.
Do you love me?
Bottom Kuro is not gonna find the opportunity to set up onto ice.
No, they're relook or BOTing.
I mean, yeah, Kuro's got good information for them here.
Oh, that was not a Fiend's Grip.
Whoa.
That was a fraction of...
All right, well, that will happen very quickly there for Kuro, unfortunately.
Oh my god, he gave away Fiend's Grip also.
No, he didn't.
Rubik has it.
Oh,
That.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Well,
You hate to see it.
definitely something to bear in mind there for Nigma Galaxy, that they will be trying to make moves into that. We'll see the Secret now backing off the Nigma Galaxy's turns up, but now they've got to keep an eye on the fact that YapzOr is going to be looking for a grip the next fight.
I'm glad that they back off. I think a hastier team would have been like, dude, I got Fiend's Grip, let's do something with it. But they know that they didn't really have like any vision superiority. Bane being dead does not really give them enough to start trying to take a fight. But I imagine that by the time Spellsteal times out, they are going to try to do something with this. They have a smoke. If they want to go for it.
I mean, if they can get any sort of team fight done before the Roshan, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
No, they cannot let this Roche fall back into the hands of Miracle. You know, we saw last time them being a little relaxed with how they used the Aegis on the Medusa. You'd imagine the Nigma Galaxy aren't going to,
Oh, it's a fast
let it go away that time.
10 seconds, it's up. Which I don't know who that favors, because that means that Fiend's Grip is still going to be up. And Fiend's Grip around the Roche pit would be amazing, because I don't know if Nigma Galaxy know that Rubik has it. And so if they, like, they have disables for it. They've got...
They do. They got ways to stop
solutions, but only if they know that it's going to happen. Otherwise, Earth Spirit's just going to roll in, and Medusa's going to be in the middle of nowhere, and Fiend's Grip draining mana as well could be devastating for her.
Yeah, it's going to be coming from a mile off as well. Rubik being Rubik and with the Ether Lens. So they've got to be well on sort of track of keeping YapzOr's position in mind.
They're dancing around the pit, but they're not willing to commit for it quite yet.
No, they're very close to having the Satanic done on Miracle.
Yeah.
Nisha going back for the AC, of course, next. Help his team out against the split physical of the Medusa. Nigma Galaxy, yeah, they seem really set on trying to catch Secret off guard, maybe catch a kill before they commit into the pit. They, again, hover around the triangle.
Secret have, like, no vision in that area, and their scan is down too. So as far as they know, Roche could be going down right now. But
I mean, they get the Satanic done a Miracle. Now they could probably look to force the Roche now. A bit more confidently knowing the Miracle's going to have that backup with the Satanic to pop.
yeah, and they're doing this too fast. Secret's in no position to contest it, which I can understand. It's not worth risking it, because if you die there, then the game may be in shambles. Whereas giving Medusa a second life, it's pretty bad. But
I mean, but I guess at the same time, they're like, well, if he's going to do what he did with the Aegis last time, we'll happily let him have it.
what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh.
There we go, Kuro. He'll be able to put a stop to the charge out. Come on, iceiceice.
He's going to have charging. Okay, they kill him. All right, they pluck him out.
Yeah, Secret just trying to play for the split push here, but they're almost certainly going to have to deal with Nigma Galaxy knocking at their doors. As Miracle charging down the mid. See what they have in store. But there we have the straight up start of rip. I mean, is this really going to happen again?
Deja vu.
I mean, all right. Maybe they just shouldn't go for the Aegis.
Maybe.
I mean,
Coil? No, I mean, he's pretty
oh, good jump from Sumail there. Takes out Kuro. Well, that Aegis didn't even last as long as the first one.
It was a matter of... I mean, really, they just wanted the shard, obviously, you know.
I guess so.
But IDC, 2 lives.
We have this move. Puppey did bring Sumail over to get the Arcane Rune.
Wow.
He'll cost him his life. Maybe Sumail can get out. Ooh, a lovely little jump there from the cliff. But they have got the vessel down at bottom. Has he got any more smooth
Got
moves,
a
Sumail?
silence, but he's dead.
They'll get him.
What's what Creep Teasy doing, though? Oh, no, my God, they put another ward on Crow.
And Nisha's going for some action. They've got the control there. YapzOr with a lift up on the GH. Kick back onto Nisha, an iLTW. Look to stand his ground, but there's a charge coming in his way. iceiceice with the setup into the ultimate. Nisha will get brought down. Double buybacks coming out from Secret. They want to try and hold this fight. And then Miracle is around and ready to fight alongside the rest of Nigma Galaxy, as that'll be a dieback from Puppey. iceiceice popping the BKB, trying to get out of this one. He'll go for the TP out. Nothing to stop him through it, so he will make it out of there. But a bit of a monetary commitment from Secret to fight around that outpost. It doesn't really pay off. They still can't deal with the Medusa. Dieback on Puppey. Nisha's out for a minute. They may not have the Aegis, but they've got a good setup to go for the racks here. It's going to be hard for Secret to defend.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, Spiritbreaker also does not have BKB for another 45 seconds because he used it on that outpost fight. And, I mean, Medusa's still gigantic. It doesn't matter how many Aegises she gives away. That doesn't really affect her net worth, which is 32,000 nearly. So a lot more needs to go wrong for this really to slip out of Nigma Galaxy's hands.
I mean, you know, the man himself, maybe what he said about upper divisions, he has the same sentiment about Aegises. He don't need them.
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack.
I don't think, I mean, at this point, you're not going to commit the buyback. You're willing to sacrifice 2 Raxes. Well, the back door's up.
And we'll have the full lineup up. Can they take a fight into Miracle?
Bonk.
The lift up. Up by the ice. Falling a little low on the mana. Rip's going to come out there onto Nisha. Nisha. Oh, get the tether through from Puppey, but they can't save him the first time. Puppey, he'll die. Nisha will put the BKB. He'll look to lock down onto GH. Charge over from iceiceice straight towards the back lines. They kill off GH. iceiceice popping the BKB now on the retreat, but Miracle is trying to chase. He is back onto the shadows with the Shadow Blade. Gets himself away from the hits of Miracle. But the racks, it won't be protected. Nigma Galaxy to take a second set. They're ready to swing over towards the top. Sumail, they knew he brought back in that last fight around the bottom half. He doesn't have buyback, out for 95. iceiceice trying to draw their attention away from the base. But iLTW mind control, GH and Kuro, they'll knock him out of action. He has got buyback, but they're going to have to try and hold 80 seconds without Sumail.
Yeah, he was trying to kill the wave, but another one's coming in quick succession. And yeah, I don't even think they need megas. Just go for tier 4s. Sumail's out of commission for 70 seconds.
And there's a Rapier. He's ready to finish this one up fast, Miracle.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The Secret, what have they got? They've got a buyback on ice. They're going to give it one final shot to try and push Miracle off the base. The tier 4s have been taken. Nightmare to put an interruption to the setup attempted from iceiceice. They'll get the knockback. Miracle down to mana. They'll get the disarming as well. GH rolls over towards Nisha. Nisha, it's gone once. Miracle, he might not have mana, but with the Rapier, he's more than happy to continue this fight. BKB is going to do nothing for Nisha. GG, it's called. Nigma Galaxy, game 2's theirs. The series, it's theirs. 2-0. They take down Secret. And I mean, this sort of a win, this is huge for Nigma Galaxy. They needed this so badly, and they got it, and they did it in style. Miracle turns up today massively. He plays the carry from the mid. First game, he's leading the charge as the Doom. Second game, he decides to play a bit more passive play as the Medusa. It works out just as effectively, and he doesn't need no Aegises.
No, they were a hindrance. He needed to get rid of the slot. He was just like, this is just jamming things up right now.